Welcome to what is happening in today with crowning thoughts. Santiago DC Maria, truth speaker.
It's absolutely mind-blowing that we're dealing with a president who's faced serious allegations of misconduct, including disturbing claims involving minors from years ago. And yet the system seems paralyzed, letting these shadows linger without full resolution. Take the resurfaced claims from a pseudonymous accuser who alleged assault when she was just 13, tied to the Epstein saga, dismissed in court, but still haunting the public discourse. No convictions have stuck, mind you, but the sheer volume of accusations against Donald Trump, over 24 women alleging everything from groping to assault, paints a picture that's hard to ignore. He's been found liable in civil court for sexual abuse in the E. Jean Carroll case, ordered to pay millions but criminal charges. Nada. And here we are in 2026 with Trump back in the White House for a second term, inaugurated just over a year ago. How does this happen in America, where accountability should be king? It's like we're all watching a slow-motion train wreck and no one's pulling the brake. But let's not stop there. The real gut punch is how this leadership is hitting us where it hurts. Our wallets, our homes, our health. People are grinding away, barely scraping by, while policies and economic realities pile on the pressure. We're not literally starving en masse, but affordability crises are real. Inflation's hovering at 2.7% to 8% this year, down from peaks but still biting into budgets, especially for lower-income folks whose spending on essentials like food and housing eats up more of their income. Real personal consumption growth has flattened lately, with discretionary spending tanking, big-ticket items, leisure, non-essentials. Forget it for many, and homelessness. It's a national shame, with factors like high rents, job instability, and inadequate social safety nets leaving hundreds of thousands without shelter. But pinning it all on one person ignores the complex web of state, local, and federal failures. Then there's the theft, not outright pickpocketing, but through a system where deficits balloon to 5.8% of GDP in 2026, climbing to 6.7% by 2036, fueling a debt that's rocketing to 120% of GDP. That's our money, folks, tax dollars funding interest payments that could go to schools, roads, or healthcare. Recent tariffs have jacked up costs, hitting consumers and businesses, offsetting some growth from fiscal stimulus like the 2025 Reconciliation Act. Unemployment's at 4.6%, steady but projected to dip slightly long-term, yet for many, it's underemployment or gig work without benefits. We're overworking to enslavement levels. Hyperbole aside, the reality is brutal. Americans average longer hours than many developed nations with minimal paid leave, and burnout is epidemic, sick days. Millions go to work ill because they can't afford to miss a paycheck or lack sick leave. Healthcare costs are astronomical, can't afford a doctor or meds. That's the story for about 8% uninsured, and even insured folks face deductibles that bankrupt them. Policies under this administration haven't revolutionized that. If anything, deregulation talks could weaken protections. And no one's storming the gates to fix it. Congress gridlocked, courts bogged down, public numb from endless news cycles. Now, zoom out to the future horror show. Automation and AI looming like a robot apocalypse. Elon Musk's visions of Tesla bots and XAI integrations could displace millions of jobs. Think manufacturing, driving, retail. Projections show AI impacting up to 300 million jobs globally, with the US feeling the heat. If we all stop working, as the frustration builds, who fills the void? Musk's empire expands, perhaps in tandem with Trump's world domination vibes, exaggerated, sure, but alliances like Musk's advisory role in the admin raise eyebrows. Trump's take over the world rhetoric. It's bombast, but combined with isolationist policies, tariffs, and immigration curbs, it stifles growth. Net immigration drops, slowing labor force expansion, which CBO says dampens potential output. How do we stay strong? Eating well, overworking, paying bills. Rents skyrocketing in cities like Hartford, where I am, average one bedroom pushing $1,500, while wages lag. Food insecurity affects 10 to 15% of households, not starvation but skipped meals, cheap junk leading to health woes. We're enslaved to debt, student loans, credit cards, mortgages, while billionaires like Musk and Trump thrive. Even sick, we drag ourselves to jobs. 1 in 4 Americans skips needed care due to cost. Doctors, meds, luxuries for too many, and inaction. It's deafening. Investigations into allegations fizzle. Epstein files mention Trump over 1,000 times, with unverified claims of abuse but no charges. Economic reforms, stalled in partisan bickering. We're punishing ourselves for systemic crimes, inequality, corporate greed, policy inertia. Trump's pardons for Jan. 6 rioters include folks with child abuse convictions, adding irony. But truth. No proven crimes with children for Trump himself. Allegations persist, demanding scrutiny. This isn't just anti-MAGA ranting, it's calling out failures across the board. Growth at 2.2% in 2026 sounds okay, but it's a sugar high from stimulus, fading to 1.8%. Interest rates rising, 10-year treasuries to 4.4%, squeezing mortgages. Fed holding steady, inflation not fully tamed. Consumer resilience cracking with lower incomes hit hardest. Fiscal outlook, deficits at minus 5.5% GDP, unemployment 4.5%. We need action, universal healthcare pushes, wage hikes, automation retraining, immigration reform for growth, but silence reigns. Why? Apathy, division, media fatigue. We can't keep going like this, exhausted, broke, unhealthy. Soon, robots might take over, but only if we let inequality widen. Trump taking over the world, more like policies isolating us. Wake up, demand better. Vote, protest, engage. This madness ends when we say enough. Feel free to follow and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you never miss any of my posts. Feel free to comment amen. If you look at my audio videos and reels, there will be long and short prayers and many other videos. I write advice, politics, and prayers. You are more than welcome to see them too. Please share so that this message can get across. Thank you for your time. I love you all. I appreciate every one of you, and I thank you for your time. Stay blessed.